Visit with our head coach and athletic director, Carl Abseck, live at First Street Bar and Grill. Coach, as always, man, good to visit with you after dub on a Friday.
It's always better after a win, for sure.
No doubt about that. A little late this week. I'm up a couple a little late because we know we got a big bond election coming up here in a couple of, in April, I guess?
Probably May.
May, and so we're getting some things ironed out from that, and that's going to be a lot of good things for that's going to be going on for current, future, and, of course, past Panthers.
Oh, for sure. You know, everything that the committee's looking at will be for the kids and for the community, and it's going to be interesting to see what all comes out of the committee recommendations.
I know Bonin is just hoping y'all vote in an elevator. I mean, I don't care. I'm good with the stairs, but Bonin is all in on the elevator vote.
Yeah, that stuff's it's good exercise, going up and down those bleachers.
Well, speaking of exercise, you gave my heart one a little bit Friday night. Boy, we get that lead, and I'm already talking about next week, and then it get a little closer. But, boy, you got to say, even from the get-go, the defense came out. We got the early touchdown, and the kids were fired up. You can tell. I think it's without a doubt our best road appearance on the season.
I thought NAC was pretty good. That was a long time ago. But,
I forgot about NAC.
Yeah, that's how long ago
that's how long
it was.
It's been.
But, no, we did play well early offensively. Got that, but it was also one of those deals where we got a blocked punt, didn't short field, and then got that score, and then the defense continued to shut them out for the rest of the half while we figured things out on offense.
Well, you got that blocked punt. I didn't get a chance to see who snuck through there and blocked. They came from the outside. Phillips got a good one.
Yep. No, he made a big play on that, and obviously, like I said, it set us up with a short field, and the percentages go way up when you don't have to go very far to score. And so it was a big, great way to start the game and get us some confidence early. And then, like I said, the defense just kept hammering away at them.
Yeah, no doubt. And, Bailey doesn't have a lot of catches, but by God, when he makes one, it's a big one. He had a big 15-yard catch there on third down that got us inside the red zone and down to the 2 where Wallace ran it in. So, boy, just a great start to the football game.
It was, and honestly, even the whole rest of the first half, even though we didn't put up a lot of points, we didn't have a lot of 3 and outs either. We had ball movement. We had opportunities. I mean, honestly, the first play of the game, after the touchdown, I thought we just overthrew him by about 6 inches or whatever, and otherwise we could have been up 14-0 and only snapped the ball like 5 times. So, we were real close on a couple passes there, one to Barr, one to Devon, that could have created some separation, and all those things we hope will come around as we move forward.
Well, and you flip it over and you said the defense did what they did to let us get on offense, get our stuff together. Boy, did they do that. 96 total yards by a team that's averaging well over 300 on the game, or on the season, and it was, a lot of people making a lot of plays. They got 5 possessions there in that first half with block punt, 2 more punts and 2 turnovers on downs. I mean, it was just all around great effort.
No, they played fantastic, and that is a good offensive team. That's a great running back, and schematically they've done some things to set him up for success and give him opportunities to pound the ball up in there and make plays. And he's a really talented kid. So between those people, those kids in action there, and then you got some really talented receivers outside. It was a really good job by our defense to keep them out of the end zone for the entire first half.
Boy, we got a big hit there on Benitez and knocked him out of the game. And I was like, all right, well, now we're really into something. And I got to tell you, Wells came in, and, man, he was very competent throwing the football. I think it might have been an upgrade.
Definitely passing the ball, at least that night it did seem to say. And it's kind of weird sometimes how that works out where you develop a game plan for certain things based on tendencies, based on what those teams do, and then all of a sudden you take out one of the quarterback and everything's off the table, and so he did open up some things in the passing game for him, and he did a really good job. He dropped some really nice balls in. I mean, outside that, I think maybe his first pass, he was on the spot.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Who defensively for us? I mean, I know the names we called out, but somebody was really showing out in that first half. And I do remember Bogney had some big plays, but boy, Roberts, man, I know we're trying to get Davis back into full strength here, but Roberts is really playing some great football.
No, he is. He made several plays. Witt made a few plays. Bogany made some plays. Webb made some plays. I mean, they kind of took turns in there making plays in the inside. Obviously, our linebackers were playing pretty clean, getting over the top. Desmond is the one that hit the quarterback over there and hurt him. And, Phillips made a play, obviously, on the punt, but we also, one of the highlights of the night was D-Ray's play over the course of the evening. I mean, he played really, really well, fit the run really well because, schematically we did some things differently to add some hats to the box, and he did a really good job of fitting in there. I think he's feeling more and more comfortable on that side of the ball and with his responsibilities within that. And, we played for the most part, without Chance the whole evening. He played some in the second half, but, we had guys step up in there between Sapp and Phillips and those guys. So it was a good night.
Yeah, I called D-Ray's now. That was the one I was going to say. Out of all the names all night, that was the one I said the most. So Jeff jumped the gun on me on defensive player of the game, but I just
gave it away, huh?
I just rolled with it, I don't like any drama. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Speaking of drama, I'm getting my Lufkin Coca-Cola a little sip as they're kicking off the second half, and I guess some of our guys up front were too. What? I don't even know what happened. Like I turned around and they got the ball.
Well, they did exactly what we told our guys they were probably going to do, and we didn't respond well to that. I mean, it's one thing to get caught by surprise, and it's another thing to get caught by surprise when you shouldn't be surprised, because we just said it 5 seconds before you went out there. So, hey, be alert, look for something crazy here, and we just didn't react real well. So they gave us something else that we needed to work on in practice again, and so we covered that extensively today, and we'll continue to on the rest of the week. But, that's the beauty of working with 15, 16, 17, 18-year-olds.
Yeah, but momentum has squarely jumped up. It's 7-0. They got the ball at midfield, and I'm like, oh, dear. But the defense, man, they get a sack or get a little penalty, and they got to go 3 and out and punt, and it was kind of much back to status quo after
It was
that.
awesome. Yeah, I was really excited that we got that stop because I was not real happy with our kickoff return team at that point. And so it was good that we got the quick stop, and we went right down there and scored and made it 14-0. And I was like, okay, we can relax a little bit.
Well, it might have reared its head a little bit later on that. We can talk about that later. But for the second straight game, Coach, the offense comes out in the second half and just goes nuts. Scores 3 touchdowns there in a row. Ends up putting up 28 points in the fourth quarter, getting that second half. What's been the difference? I mean, really, 5 scores in a row against Westbrook. We struggle in the first half again, but, give you guys making some adjustments. 3 straight touchdowns out of the halftime.
It's hard to pinpoint,
Well, surely you went there and had some knowledge and said, hey, we got to do this now. And
I just went in there and started screaming and yelling and all that stuff, gave him my best Vince Lombardi. But, no, in all seriousness, we talked to him about execution, about attention to detail, all the things that we talked about all week anyways. And then we went out and did it. And if I've only got 29 years of experience. So I'm still looking for the answer on that one because I'll tell you, it's confounding at times. And to their credit, they haven't lost confidence. They didn't lose, hope in what we were doing. And we did settle down and just go out and play.
And each 3 touchdown obviously produced by 3 different kids. The first one, I called it the Coleman TD, or the Coleman drive. He had the big catch on 3rd and 10 that got the first. But the 34-yard touchdown run was great. But, again, it was one of our 2 sophomores on the edge just did a phenomenal job blocking.
That was Robert.
I forgot which was Robert.
Yeah, it was Robert Taylor because he ran it to the left and got about 14, 15 yards. And then we flipped it and went the other direction. And he was blocking and did an excellent job on that outside linebacker on the edge. And Kylan made a good cut and outraced him to the end zone.
And I think it was CJ out there on that one, or somebody
CJ was
holding him
there.
out, and it was just a great, Coleman gets the press release and the clippings and all that, but those 2 kids making those blocks downfield, that touchdown doesn't happen. It was just a great job.
No, it was huge, and that's that's the key to it is that everybody did their job, and look what happened. So we're trying to get them to do that more often.
Second drive, we got a big 4th down and 4 conversion thrown to CJ. Another great catch. It culminates with a Waters run. But again, we go 63 yards, and you follow that up by going 66 for another touchdown.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's in there, and we know it, and we're confident in it. We just got to, again, be more consistent in our approach early on in games because, honestly, you script out what you want to do, and we had some ideas on what we wanted to do this week, which was get a lot more guys involved early, which if you were looking at numbers on a roster, I mean, we had basically every skill kid we had touch the ball within the first quarter.
Yep.
And it was purposeful. And if they didn't touch it, it wasn't because we didn't try. And so the idea is, getting guys involved that have ability to do certain things and have a part in the game plan. And so we're going to continue to do that, but it's one of those deals where we just got to put the pieces together, and hopefully maybe this is the week.
Yep, I hope so. And, 104 yards at halftime, 189 yards in the third quarter. I mean, it was fun to watch. I mean, we were on a pace, we were on a schedule, we're making plays, it's looking sharp. It was just fun stuff.
I enjoy it way more.
And give Camp some credit, man. There's been a couple of shaky punts, but boy, if it's been an extra point or a field goal, he's now 3 of 3 since district started, and all 3 of those kicks that he's made, 27, 28, and 28 yards, man, they have been huge.
They have been, and honestly, at the same way that a quarterback's job is to execute and direct an offense, it's the kicker's job to make those field goals as long as you can snap it, hold it, and give him protection. That's his job, and he's doing it, and that's a credit to him and to the unit as a whole. But they're all big kicks. We haven't. I don't like kicking field goals.
I understand.
But in the event we have to do it, I want to feel pretty good about it. And with the camp, I feel really good.
No doubt about that. And so I had us at 375 yards on the night. You take out the Little Rock fiasco. That's our biggest yardage output of the season. And again, over 275 in the second half. That's just good stuff.
It was a good second half for us, against a team that's played really well defensively. And so it was good for our kids to go out and have success and have a feel-good moment. But most importantly, at the end of the day, it's about winning. And we did that and put ourselves in a situation where we're in a good place as far as the district standings. As long as we continue to take care of our business, we're going to be right where we want to be.
And, of course, the defense holds them to well over 100 yards under their normal average, which was right around 350. And, they get 250 yards, but 79 came on that one play where I don't even think we had busted coverage. I think he took a bad angle, right? I mean, they were there in position.
Yeah, I think he ran a little stutter go, and he fell for it. And that kid's really good.
Right.
And so it didn't take long. When you bite for the trick, then you get fooled sometimes. It's over in a hurry, and that kid made a perfect throw at the perfect time,
Well, I thought the safety coming over was going to have a chance to intercept it. Maybe I took a bad angle.
It was man-to-man, so. Actually, no, it was actually supposed to be cover 3, and he shouldn't have been in that situation.
Well, we responded, and again, you take that 79 yards away, they're around 170 yards for the game. It's just another great game, and we did see Chance come in the fourth quarter, and Davis came in some. First, when he was in there, it didn't look the same, but he made one play in particular in the fourth quarter. I was like, that's kind of backed our man.
Yeah. No, he's going to be fine. It honestly, we talked about it in our team meeting on Saturday. You don't like to see anybody get hurt, but sometimes injuries occur, and it's a blessing in the sense of other guys get to show their ability and gain experience. And at the end of the day, we're going to be better for it because McKaylin's got in and played a lot the last 2 weeks and really performed well. So we're better for it in the long run because of the experience that's gained by McKaylin, and for our defense, it's going to be better because we got more depth.
No doubt about that. And we do the Live from the Pines podcast every Wednesday, and at the end of it, Jalen asked me, okay, what did we do better this week than we didn't do last week? And that was a great question. I kind of want to start asking you, what do you think in the last couple of weeks, 2-3 games, that we're really starting to get better at each week?
Well, I mean, we're being a little bit more consistent in our quick game. That was a night last night or last Friday where Javion was 73% passing. Now, the ones that we missed were big and had potential for big plays, big yardage, but 73% is way above the norm. And so when you look at what we did successfully in the second half, well, a lot of that was hitting a 4th and 5 for 15, and hitting Bailey on the crosser. We missed a couple, yeah, but I think he had 5 incompletions for the night, and 4 of them were in the first quarter.
Yeah, and again, he's a foot away on 2 different throws from 2 bombs, another 160 yards passing. It was just
with about a 10 to 12 miles an hour wind, in your face and behind you. So, judging that based on the wind plus different receivers plus, they have to run the routes a certain way, and sometimes they're spot on, sometimes they're not quite where you want them to be. But we've improved in that area. I thought we ran the ball pretty well last night or Friday night when we needed to, and so that was an improvement that I saw, that I enjoyed, across the board. Kenny had some runs, Colin had some runs, Joker had some runs, Robert had some runs, so it was spread out, and I think that was one of the things that I felt like when we got to the fourth quarter, Colin and Kenny were fresh, because Joker and Robert had gotten some opportunities during the course of the game that kind of took a little bit of load off of them, let them step back, get a breath, and in the fourth quarter they were ready to go rock and roll. Well,
I've noticed, you got those 4 guys that need touches, so when they get the touch, you can tell it's a priority. I'm only going to get such and such because we got a lot of guys, and boy, they're trying to take advantage of each opportunity.
They are, and they should. I mean, that's we're trusting them with something that. You've got 2 seniors that are kind of proven commodities, and you got 2 sophomores that are very talented that have earned the right to get opportunities. And so when you get them, it's their job to go make the most of it.
Well, you and I talked about it off and on air last week, how big that game was. Without that win, there's trouble brewing. Now, we know we're in the postseason, but I'm sure the kids read, and they knew how big it was. And for them to come in and perform like that under all that pressure, I mean, that's pretty good stuff.
It was, and I wouldn't say we're in. We still have 3 games left, and we got to win 2 of those 3 for sure to be in.
I don't know. I've already marked my calendar.
You're already marking your calendar. I'm not that kind of guy.
I mean, I already know who we're playing in each round if you want me to dissect that out.
Well, I mean, I'll look ahead, not to that extent, but I'm not gonna cash my checks before, we've got to go play, but
right.
we put everything in front of us. We put the cards are in our hand that are the better cards now, and we have an opportunity to go win a district championship. If we win 3 for 3, then we're the district champs, and that was one of those goals that we had when we started the season. When we dropped that game down there at that other place, that hurt, and it kind of dimmed those prospects, because then you're counting on some other people to do things, and it wasn't in our hands, but now it's back in our hands. So what we do with it is up to us.
Yep, no doubt about that. Pam undefeated. We're 2-1. Baytown's 2-2. The Hills 2-2, and Westbrook at 1-2. Coach, last week, I don't know, I haven't got a chance to watch the film yet. I was a little busy today. I'm going to before we get to Friday night. Westbrook was up on Pam at halftime. Well, what kind of what transpired there in the second half that enabled them to come out and get the big win?
They just started playing.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they didn't play real well in the first half. I mean, they gave up a touchdown on a kickoff return to open the game, and they snapped 2 balls over the punter's head. So that accounted for, 11 of their 18 points?
Most of it.
Yeah.
All right.
I would say that, Westbrook is a really good football team. They just didn't match up real well.
Well, all that matters now is we will be playing for the district championship Friday night here at A. Martin Stadium, and we've got a good team coming in. The Titans of Port Arthur Memorial will be here on Friday night. We'll take a quick break. We're here at South First Street, as we are every Monday night. We'll take a quick break and break down the big battle for the district championship. Coming up next with our head coach and athletic director, the Carl Abseck Show, right here on Lufkin Game Time.
You deserve to enjoy what fulfills you. And if joint pain is getting in the way, you deserve orthopedic care designed to help keep your life moving. For that, you can count on St. Luke's Health, right here in East Texas. Our experts treat a full range of bone, joint, and muscle conditions and use minimally invasive incision and muscle-sparing techniques to help you recover more quickly so you can enjoy what moves you. Learn more at stlukeshealth.org/ortho.
Hey Panther fans, Big Nasty here. Need a short-term loan to cover some unexpected bills or maybe a little extra cash? Give Texan Credit a call today. Loan process that is easy from start to finish, and you will get your money fast. Texan Credit has been helping Texas residents for over 10 years by offering multiple loan options with easy low payment. Located in Lufkin at 509 South Timberland Drive, or look Texan Credit up online, TexanCredit.com. Trust me, if they'll loan me money, they will loan you money. Texan Credit, they say yes.
Hey boss, do we sell to animals?
Stephanie, I'm busy watching the Lufkin Panthers. What do you mean, do we sell to animals?
You may want to come check this out.
Oh, it's Fang. Fang gets whatever he wants. Congratulations, Fang. Hi folks, JJ Webb here from JM Chevrolet, and you can get the Chevy you've always wanted right now at JM Chevrolet. Find your next vehicle at jmchevy.net.
When someone in your family needs emergency care, you want it fast. And now, with Woodland Heights Medical Center's newly expanded ER, it's even easier to get quick, convenient access to 24-hour emergency care. For treatment of broken bones, to care for life-threatening conditions, our dedicated team is ready. Visit ercarelufkin.com for more info.
This season, you can share a Coke with your team on it. So I'm going to tell you how with a little help from this quarterback.
Sally, 44!
You can share a Coke when your team's up.
Red Poncho!
You can share a Coke when your team's down.
Happy Jolly!
You can share a Coke with a coach, a mascot, or an MVP.
Chili, chili, chili!
You can even share a Coke with your rival on game day.
Turbo!
Or you can share a Coke when you're giving out your famous guacamole recipe in a completely packed stadium.
Cilantro, chopped onion, squeeze a lime, Roma tomato, hike!
Share a Coke with a fan this season.
Ice cold, delicious!
Share a Coke is back for the fall football season. We all know what comes with being a fan. The ups, the downs, and everything in between. Whether you've just won a big game and want to celebrate with fellow fans, or want to share a Coke with your best friend whose team just lost against their arch rival, Coca-Cola has something for you. Share a Coke with a teammate, rival, or best friend this season.
It's easy to spot a Texan. The sense of adventure, the unbreakable bond with friends and family. There's no other place in the world like it. At Cook Tire and Service, we know you have places to go and don't have time for car trouble or the patience for second-rate service. Cook Tire and Service offers a full array of services to make sure you get where you're going. With locations in Lufkin, Nacogdoches, and Livingston, there's always a Cook Tire right around the corner. So you choose your destination, we'll handle the journey.
Need to save money on insurance? Give Joe Hancock and his team a call. Since 1965, the Hancock family has been dedicated to serving Texas with personal and commercial insurance. With 60 years of experience in Lufkin, our friendly and knowledgeable team is ready to help protect you and your family's most valuable assets. We've got the expertise to assist you. Call today for your free no-obligation quote, 936-634-4451. Joe Hancock Agency, your trusted partner in insurance, proud sponsor of Lufkin Athletics. We back the pack.
Well, welcome back. We are here at South First Street Bar and Grill, downtown Lufkin, with our head coach and athletic director, Carl Abseck. And, Coach, with that win Friday night, and then my boys Saturday morning went and got the soccer championship. I celebrated a couple W's Saturday night.
Good weekend.
It was a good weekend. We can say that for certain. So we all got a little happy Saturday. I know you guys went back to work on Sunday. We got one of, if not the best team in the state. If you go by rankings, they're the latest one out. They're number 4 in the state. They're undefeated. The Titans are coming to town, and this is going to be a good one.
It's going to be a good one. They're very talented. playing really well together. It's going to be a challenge for us, but, I'm glad that they got to come up here and get on the bus and drive to Abe, and hopefully we'll have a packed crowd, packed house, and I think our kids will be excited to go play too.
Well, I'm just glad we don't have to go down there. That's the second worst officiating crew other than Longview that we've seen. Boy, it was homer call after homer call down there.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those deals wherever you're at, people will complain about the officials. I thought that crew we had the other night did a really good job.
Oh, yeah. I meant Beaumont.
Yeah.
I mean, at Port Arthur. That crew, 3 of them graduated from Port Arthur. I feel confident. So last year we go down there and, there's been a couple of games since I've been broadcasting for Lufkin. I was like, man, I don't know how we're going to beat this team watching on film. That was one of them. We went down there and got the win. After that game, they make a change at quarterback, and that's the kid that's going to be playing quarterback for him come Friday night.
That's correct. Monte has been on the varsity since his freshman year and was their running back for the last 3 years, and then he played quarterback the last district game and both playoff games last year, and he's just stayed the course this year. And it's one of those deals of he's your best player. Why not just let him start with the ball?
So he moves from running back to quarterback, and you say he's going to or committed to TCU. The big, tall receiver that you gave us fits last year is committed to Houston. So they've got these 2 guys. The running back's really good as well. I know that for sure. Coach has done a great job defensively now through 6 ball games. What's the plan Friday night?
Figure out a way to stop him. No, I mean they have a really good offensive line. They've got the leading rusher in the district and the 3rd leading rusher in the district. So we certainly got a challenge in front of us. But I think there's certain aspects of what they do that we can match up real well with, and it's going to come down to alignment and fit and responsibility, and then go make tackles. Because you can be where you're supposed to be, but if you don't tackle him, it doesn't matter. And I think, that's one of those deals where we're going to have to do a really good job. And we have to understand, too, that he's going to make some plays. He's really good, and it's one of those deals where, make the tackle, next snap, let's go get it done next time. Next play mentality matters, because when you're playing people like this, you're not going to just X them out. They're not going to just get shut down completely, and you can't get frustrated with them getting first downs. Well, what we want to do is make them keep snapping it, and maybe they get frustrated and do some silly things that we can create turnovers with. And so, but I think, defensively, I think we do match up with them well, and who we have up front and our linebackers, and then in the secondary, I think, we have some things that we can do to slow them down, that I think the bottom line is to go out, execute them, and go tackle.
Well, we see the stats that he's the leading rusher, and again, I'm going to watch some this week, but is it, drop back in some draw plays? Is it scramble plays? Is it wildcat? Kind of give us an insight of what they like to do offensively to get him running the football.
All of those.
All of it?
Yeah. He's only averaging 13.6 yards per carry. So, he can do better. But no, it is design run. It's a little bit of scramble. I would say it's less scramble than it is design run. It isn't a wildcat because that's who he is.
Right.
It's wildcat is when you take your real running back and you move him there and your quarterback disappears. This guy is the quarterback. He just happens to be a really, really good running back doing it. So it's all by design. I would say a fairly small fraction of it is just scramble, but he's not bad at that either. When they do drop back, if you cover it all up, he just takes off, and he is a big, strong young man who can run.
And if he gets in trouble, he can just throw it up to grab the 6'5" over there and jump up, and
it's
probably going to have Sam guarding him.
Not a bad outlet.
Of course, Sam did take him to the woodshed a couple of times last year, got 2 picks off.
2 picks off of him.
The ball might have been underthrown a little bit, but that's neither here nor there.
Well, you know what? That's the nature of the beast, But, I'm confident in our guys. I'm confident in our coaches that the game plan that we put in will do a really good job of giving us a chance to be successful.
Well, they're really good. And they've given up a few points this year. We all know that. But the guy that got all the publicity in or before the season started and even going through it, he's been on the cover of all the magazines, the big defensive lineman and our defensive end, King. And I don't know if he's announced where he's going yet. But, boy, this one of the top athletes we're going to see at any side of the field.
Yeah, no, he's really good. He's playing outside linebacker, and they're 3 down. He'll come down and rush also. I mean, he's one of the leading sackers in the district. But he's a really good football player. Last year they had him in the inside on their defense, and now they've moved him to the outside. So they have a little bit of flexibility with him. Again, he's another 4-year guy. Him and Brock King, the corner, both are, between those two and Amante, they're all like 4-year starters or 4-year varsity guys. So lots and lots of experience, very talented young men. All 3 of them got offers. But Taon's a really good kid, really good player, and he's going to be one of those guys that we got to know where he's at, and we got to go block him.
They gave up, again, that private school they played. I know that quarterback, I think, is one of the top-rated quarterbacks in the state of Texas, number 1 rated quarterback in the state of Texas, and I'm sure you've dissected that. How were they able to put up or hang a 50 spot? Was it on the ground? Was it through the air? Both?
Just chucking it.
Chucking it.
He can run also. He's a dual-threat guy.
Okay.
So, they have, like, a number 1 ranked receiver as well. So, they had some matchup issues with that too, which is probably what have led everybody saying that their secondary struggles. Well, their secondary is going to struggle against a lot of people like that, and the deal is they won.
Yeah, no, I'm with
and so, it was a shootout, but, it was a lot of the passing game, and a lot of it was some things that not everybody can do.
Yeah, I was just wondering how they got the points up. I know it was close, but, again, they're undefeated. We know they can play. So, offensively, we got to do what we do. Is there a couple of things in particular we need to focus in on that, as us fans, when we're going through it, okay, we'll
have some things for them that's designed to help our kids in terms of giving them some false keys, false reads, and hopefully create some opportunities for us to get some space. We have some good athletes too, so it's not like we're devoid of ability and can't go run from them a little bit at times too. So the bottom line is we got to get them into space and let them go make plays. And but we got to match up blocks, we got to stay on blocks, and we got to do it consistently. We talked about it yesterday in the staff meeting. I just want 4. Every time we run the ball, give me 3.5. If we get 3.5 3 times, that's 10. We got another first down. And so it's one of those it's a mindset though of the keep pounding the rock. It's not sexy and it doesn't happen fast, but eventually you keep pounding that rock, it breaks. And quite honestly, it's not bad for us to have the ball and keep it away from them. And
right.
So, our game plan needs to kind of go with servicing our defense a little bit too and giving them a break, keep them off field, maybe even make them get frustrated because they're not out on the field. But I think, we've got some things in that we're going to try to work on to give ourselves an advantage.
Boy, and I don't know what it is, but I've been here 18 years, and I really don't think our kids care who's coming to town. They think at home the fans get behind them, and they just get something, and they really just don't care. Like, you can't beat us at A, Martin. That is our kids' feelings, and I don't think they're scared or going to be any trepidation coming up Friday night.
I don't think so. It should be respect, but at the same time, respect is mutual, and I think we got to go out and play. And we've shown that at times we can play with anybody, and we've shown at times we need to get better. And so that's the objective. Hopefully, over the course of these next 3 days of practice, that we'll fix some of our mistakes, and at the same time, we're going to go out and play hard.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. The effort and the intensity we had at the Westbrook game, it's going to take that, and I got a feeling we'll have it come Friday night.
I bet we do. I feel pretty confident. I haven't seen our kids not show up to play yet. Not that we've played perfect at any point, but they're going to come play. And with great effort and intensity, if we clean up a few of the little mistakes we make, with our ability level, we're going to scare some people.
Well, I've already told my son this was for the gold ball. He loves playing for that gold ball. I know the kids do too. They're going to be jacked up for that too.
It should be fun. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully we get a packed house out there, and they're pretty loud and create an advantage for us.
Well, everybody will be there, but 2 of our Booster Club members, they'll be down in New Orleans. But, I got a feeling even at the rehearsal dinner they'll be watching the Panthers.
Yeah, I bet they'll find a way to at least check the score every now and then, but that's just bad planning.
That's what I said, no doubt. I mean, you could have picked up the Little Rock game to go, But either way,
or bye week.
Well, that was my suggestion, but that's I didn't get a vote either. So we got 3 days left to work. What'll be a couple of things that to get the ball and the train rolling up to a peak of Friday night?
Well, today was our install day, and so the next 2 days really you just spend cleaning it up, polishing it up. Sometimes you end up taking some stuff out that just doesn't work, doesn't fit, that they don't grasp, they don't like, they don't feel comfortable with, and then you narrow down your scope of your game plan and you go out and play the game.
Well,
so that's really what practice is about. It's about finding, we have this general idea on what we want to do, what we think will be good, what will benefit our team, give us an advantage, and then Monday is the day you put it out there. It's kind of like throwing paint against the wall and see what sticks, and then you spend the next 2 days practicing it, and then you either really like it or you don't, and you take it out, because if it doesn't fit or they're not comfortable with it, then it ain't going to be good on Friday. So we just take it out and move forward with the other things.
Well, I was going to say, I know you're not going to feel this way. I was kind of wishing this baby was tomorrow night. I'm jacked up and ready to roll, but I'm sure you want these 3 days to get everybody
We probably
ready.
need to practice a couple more days.
Well, man, congratulations on the win. Couple of wins in a row here in district, and let's get fired up and ready to roll come Friday.
Sounds good to me.
Thank you, Coach. That is our man, athletic director and head coach Carl Abseck. The Carl Abseck Coaches Show live here every Monday. We got Monday. We on time Monday next Monday or what?
Should be.
All right. Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, we'll be live from the Pines tomorrow. We'll be breaking down this game and, of course, what happened last week. And then Friday night's our next broadcast live at Abe Martin Stadium. We'll be live at 5:30 with, you guessed it, the Carl Abseck Coaches Show. Man, I could see a lot of you during the season.
Yeah, more than I see my wife.
Well, I hope we're celebrating again, baby. You guys get ready. Work up this week, and come Friday, let's all meet at Abe Martin Stadium at about 6:30 and get ready for the Panthers. Coach, good luck Friday night.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You guys have a great week. We'll see you Friday from the Abe. For my man Carl Abseck and all the guys at Jam Digital Media, I'm Gary Ivins Jr. for Lufkin Game Time.